Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a new recipe. I'm going to be sharing a bunch of really fun updates on the cookbook, and I also want to take you guys plant shopping with me because I'm so excited. I am officially a plant mom. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen. I love to do all things cooking, cleaning, decorating, and DIY, and I would love it if you would subscribe, and if you're returning, it is so great to see you. Okay, let's jump into this day. So, I just got home from work. And yesterday I went to the Victorian and I picked up a ton of flowers. This does not belong here. I want to start kind of resetting this house for just spring and just kind of like Valentine's Day and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got all the florals that I had there. I thought I had lost them. But I was super happy to find them. And then I also went and picked up some new plants. I'm kind of getting really into real plants being in the house. We had 2 large trees in our Victorian, which are still there. I might bring them over here. I'm not sure though. I'm just not sure where I'd put them. But I'm going to share with you a really cool app on actually how to manage real plants. The only reason that I don't buy real plants is I'm just afraid I'm going to kill them. But anyway, so I have a bunch of stuff I need to kind of go through here. This is all very exciting. I have some new decor that I got for this house. And then in here, I have a grocery haul. I'm going to share a new recipe tonight with you guys. And then I've been doing these kind of like either acai bowls or like harvest bowls in the morning. And I wanted to put this type of stuff into these containers and put them kind of where I do my breakfast. So I usually do either chia seeds or flax seeds. I also put this in the kids' pancakes. Recently I've been putting the chia seeds in there. And then a nice granola. And this is just a protein. If I'm feeling like I want to add some protein to it, I can. And then this is a multi-collagen protein that I like as well. I like this one specifically. It's the collagen in it is great for your joints and digestion. So these obviously are not for the children, but for these I can add these to like muffins and whatnot and granola. So we're going to add those to here. And then I've got a recipe. And then the other thing I wanted to get done today, I know this kind of looks organized in here, but actually it's kind of just random everywhere. It's just the most random, like peanut butter, sugar, trail mix, pasta. It looks like since we've moved, we've just kind of been throwing things in here. So I am going to actually take some time today and go through all of these and take out the things we don't need or use. Like I could have used these the other day. We had friends over and I needed it for a cheese plate. This side isn't terrible. I just need to clean it up a little. We have snacks here, kind of extra stuff there. And then all of the kids' breakfast. So like goes there. These I need to restock this one. These potato chips don't belong there, so we need to clean that one out. And I don't need 2 Cheerios. I'd like to add the kicks to that. So we have all that. This just needs to get straightened up. Not a big deal in here. This area eventually will evolve. This is kind of where I keep all my seasonal tablescape decor. But I have some Valentine's Day stuff I've been playing with over there. And just, I'd like to organize this. I just don't totally know how. And then I want to do a little Valentine's Day kind of tiered tray and coffee station. So just a couple little things, not a huge amount of stuff to do here. But I have that and a fun recipe and just some organizing. Looking forward to getting this house organized and kind of setting up my new routines in the morning for making our protein and stuff and making the acai bowls. I currently have like vitamins over here. This is that coconut water I talked about in one of my last videos. Oh. Okay. There we go. It's so good. It tastes like a vacation. And like when we were all sick, I have things like this that I was taking. Definitely don't need all of this like out. Oh my god, we were so sick this Christmas. And then over here, That's fine. But in here, I've been keeping our vitamins, like our daily vitamins. So I am thinking of like figuring out, you know, where to put all this stuff. It's mostly just for all over body health, liver, heart, you know, all that. Since this is all Christmas stuff, I can take this down, and this is where we'll put everything that we're going to work on today. But anyway, that's what we have for this week. That's what we have for today. I also have the kids' homework over here, and then their bento boxes and lunch stuff and breakfast stuff still, because I had to leave right after drop-off. So we need to get that dialed in, and it's just going to be a lovely evening doing all the things here. Might turn on some fun music, and it's going to be great. All right, guys, let's get to work.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back.
Today, I am so excited to officially become a plant mom. This has been something I've wanted to do since we moved. If you guys are new here, we just moved into a new house that has a giant garden, and I want to plant a summer garden, and then I'll plant a winter one after that. I was a little intimidated this year because I don't know a lot about plants, and I'm mostly afraid to have indoor house plants because I'm afraid that they're going to die. I recently found an app called Planta. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it is an award-winning plant app that helps you take care of all your plants. You can explore Planta's intelligent care system. They have a scheduler, a care reminders. They also have Dr. Planta, which helps you if your plants are starting to die. All you have to do is take a picture of it, and it will give you information. I'll talk a little bit more about that after we're done shopping, but these are the plants that I found at the store that I thought were really beautiful. And then we're going to head over to our Victorian house, and I want to show you guys the plants I have there. Okay guys, so we are down here at the Victorian. Our renters that had it for the month of December, actually it was the end of November through the first week of January. Hello. Just moved out, so I came over and I wanted to check on my plants. We've had these plants since 2020 and they are so happy. But I got this new app, so I wanted to check on them, take a photo, and then that way I can make sure they're doing well. But this way I know when to come over and water them, or we do have new tenants moving in 2 weeks. They will be here through the end of the year, so I definitely want to be able to give them some type of guidance on how to keep it alive. Like, I'm seeing some sadness in here, so the app will tell me kind of what to do. I think this comes from too much sun, which we obviously don't have with this rain. But anywho, I have those, and then we have one more. We have that up there. I don't even know what that is, but I'm gonna put it on the app anyway. And we have a fiddle tree somewhere. I think it's up in one of our other rooms. But anyway, let's get that on the app right now, and I'll show you guys how it works. So to get started with the app, all you have to do is log in. We're going to add a plant. Since I obviously don't know much about plants yet and I'm just learning, you can go ahead and take a photo, and Planta will actually tell you exactly what plant you have. This is going to search all the different plants, tell me exactly what we have, and then I get to customize where it is in the house, if it is near a window or sun, and also if it's been repotted and what type of soil it has. From there, it will give me a specific plan on how to take care of the plant, and it will actually send me an app little messages when I need to water the plant or check on it. This makes it very easy, especially if you have plants all over your house and you forget about them. It'll remind you not to forget. I also like that I can take photos of the plant and over time see how it grows and how well it's doing. That's a really great way to kind of see if it's getting sick or anything like that. So I'm going to keep all of that in here, and then we'll go to the other house and we'll do the same thing with the new plants that I found today. Some of the cool features about Planta is the intelligent care schedule. Planta uses more than 20,000 different parameters to determine each unique plant, when to water, fertilize, clear, or repot, any of that type of stuff. This is going to come in very important when I'm putting my garden together, because I can also do it for my garden as well. Then it also has plant identification, which I showed you, where you can literally take a picture. Like if I have peppers in the garden and I don't know which one is which, where the kids kind of pull the little tags out, I'll be able to know which ones are super spicy and which ones are for cooking. It also has a light meter, so some plants prefer shade, some like sun loving. And again, so you don't have to keep those little tags when you buy all of that, like for tomatoes and whatnot. You can just put it right in the app. And then there's also Dr. Planta, which helps you figure out if something is wrong. I also love that they also have Discover, so you are able to find new plants. If you like, let's say you're looking for a plant for the bathroom, which doesn't get a ton of, sun, or it's got humidity, it will tell you exactly what kind of plant you should use there. If you guys want to check out Planta, go to the description box down below and get 14 free day trial on Planta Premium when you choose the 12-month plan by using my code Lauren14. And thank you to Planta for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so to get started, I want to add all my plants to the kitchen. I have already purchased more since doing this voiceover, and I also got a notification like literally 2 seconds ago to go water one of my plants. But I wanted to add some coffee cups in here. I'm very excited. We're going to be decorating for Valentine's Day, not in the next video coming out, but the one after that. And I also have a major organize and declutter with me series coming up. So don't forget to subscribe, because we're going to be starting in the pantry. Then we'll move our way into the kitchen. I'm going to do the kids' rooms and a bunch of other things around the house to show you how to declutter in a very strategic way. I actually have spent the last 4 weeks putting together a handbook on how to declutter and organize your house in a way that isn't so overwhelming. I will be totally honest with you, when I decluttered the pantry, it took me 8 hours, and it was one of the most overwhelming processes. So I took some of the things I did wrong in that process, and I actually incorporated it in the free printable I'll be launching in the next week or so that you guys don't make the same mistakes that I did. So to get started in the kitchen, I want to get everything cleaned up. Recently, I did a video on back to school hacks on ways to keep your house a little more organized, and that little caddy where I put all the kids' weekly homework, spelling tests, things that they're working on, projects, has been a lifesaver. Everybody knows to go to it if they're looking for something, and having the kids put their backpacks on the hooks is still, every day I'm reminding them, you guys need to put your backpacks into the laundry room. But we are going to be doing a laundry room declutter with me coming up as well. So we'll be going through all the things, all of the cleaning supplies will be going in there, and just getting things a little bit more manageable. This house is a lot larger than our last house, and I just feel like every single room is super cluttered and needs to be cleaned. Tell me in the comments down below, do you guys do any decluttering this time of year, like in the first month or two of the year when it's raining and you're spending a lot of time in the house? Have you guys been doing a lot of decluttering, and what are some of the hacks you've been using? I'd love to try them here at our house.
Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why, I'm always feeling homesick.
I've had a lot of questions on the countertops. They are still super shiny and beautiful. The kids got Sharpie on them and I was able to get it out quite easy. They have just been amazing. So far, I have had no issues, no chipping, nothing like that. The paint has been amazing. It's been about a month. So I am pretty pumped on how this has been performing. If you guys want to check out that video, I will put it down below. I ended up doing a how-to video just to kind of simplify the process. Instead of having to watch 4 videos, I just did 1. So if you are going to be doing a DIY kitchen flip, definitely check that out. It cost us $500 to do it. It's very inexpensive, but you can obviously upgrade, to really nice, cabinet pulls and things like that. So I wanted to get my morning routine kind of dialed in. I have been really liking getting so all of our like flour and pantry items put into just decanting them into glass. That way I can see when I'm getting low on things and reorder what I need. I'm going to be using these cute little jars I found at the dollar spot at Target. They are are really adorable. I think they're for spices, but I'm going to be adding all of the dry goods that I use to put into my protein bowls in the morning. I also use these for smoothies as well, right into the cabinet. The other thing I want to do is I don't like labeling things. I used to use my Cricut to label everything, and the time it took me to actually make it look beautiful and label it versus the changes I would make to these. Like, let's imagine that I changed this protein powder to a chocolate base instead of vanilla. I would then have to scrape that off and add another one. So I'm going to be adding a very simple piece of tape to the back of this. And then with a Sharpie, I'm just going to write what it is. If you guys are looking for just a nice, easy way to add labels to your stuff, I just recommend using a piece of tape and writing on there what it is. But I love how this turns out. I will be sharing my breakfast bowls with you in upcoming videos, and it will definitely be a part of my new cookbook. So that segues into what I really want to talk about in this video, which is I would love to know which type of cookbooks you guys gravitate towards. Do you gravitate towards fast meals, healthy meals, particular diets like paleo or vegan? Do you gravitate towards variation between breakfast, lunch, dinner? Do you gravitate towards just really fun meals? I want to know, like, what is your go-to? I tend to get cookbooks a lot of times that have great variation. So if it has like poultry, fish, steak, pork, and then I kind of go, because most of my meals are based around what is the main protein. And then from there, I'll kind of start to layer on vegetables. I used to do a lot of starches. I'm not working with a lot of starch anymore, especially during this new kind of health season I'm going through right now. But I would love to know what types of cookbooks you guys would value most, because I want to make this cookbook something you guys will enjoy. So tell us in the comments down below.
I have seen many places where the beauty never ends.
Okay guys, here's tonight's grocery haul. I'm going to be making a jalapeno ranch, like kind of like a taco chicken salad bowl tonight for dinner. But here's everything I'm going to be using for those breakfast bowls. I'll probably end up going with the crunchy peanut butter, but I have both just in case we end up not enjoying that as much. I have blueberries, strawberries. This is for the kids' breakfast. So is this. They were out of raspberries, otherwise I would have purchased that. And then I just did a kind of simple yogurt. I really like this one. It's nice and thick, but very healthy, grass-fed, organic. I don't know. So then I also like to chop up the green apples, sprinkle those. I'll do green apples, bananas, and strawberries and blueberries with the protein, peanut butter, and the yogurt kind of as the bottom. And then I'll also add in either chia seeds or flaxseed, just kind of depends on what I'm in the mood for. Then I have avocados for tonight's salad. We're going to do avocados, asparagus, broccolini, some green onion, and this is for the kids' lunches. I was out of cucumber. Here's classic ranch for the kids version. Here's the spicy jalapeno ranch for us. I got some grapes for lunches, cauliflower, because I've just been like on a cauliflower kick lately. For snack time, I've been doing celery dipped in peanut butter. I've been loving that. I either do, well, that's not true. I either do carrots with ranch, or I do this, the celery with the green apples dipped in peanut butter. That's kind of been like my go-to jam. Then I have dinosaur kale, which is my favorite. It's very rough and choppy, but it's not too bitter. It's literally like one of my favorite things. So that'll be the base of tonight's salad. Then I have some fresh cilantro that'll bring in kind of that taco vibe. Some fresh sweet corn. I use some bell peppers, some fresh tomatoes in there, and some feta cheese. So pretty simple. Maybe not super simple, but that's what we're going to be doing tonight for dinner. And the rest is for breakfast and for the kids, but I thought I would show you guys that. I'm going to get all of this put away, and then we are going to get cooking.
Different cities, friendly faces, and perhaps I'm going back. But I don't have to be chasing every dream that I have. Oh, no. 'Cause the thing is,
So to get started, I'm going to chop all the chicken up. If you guys are new here, I'm a mom of 4. I have kids ranging between 6 and 11, and I like to make dinners where I can make one dish, but kind of like tailor it for the kids and then make it fun and spicy for my husband and I. So I'm going to take half the chicken and start to cook it in the cast iron skillet. While that's cooking, I'm going to season the chicken for our salad. I'm using a traditional Cajun seasoning. I thought the spiciness would be super good and go well with the jalapeno ranch. I'm also going to be doing some corn in here. I finally getting corn back in the grocery store. I know it's January and it's definitely not corn season, but my gosh, when I saw it, I was like, I gotta have it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and chop up the asparagus. I'm just gonna roughly chop this. We're gonna be sauteing it down so it's gonna get nice and mushy, and then I'm gonna chop up the broccolini. These are items that I'm hoping the kids will eat, but they may not. The other thing I wanna do is add some bell pepper to this recipe just to kind of give it that nice brightness. I love bell pepper. It's nice and crunchy. We are gonna saute each of these individually in one pan so that we don't dirty a bunch of dishes, but I'm not going to put them all together because some of these I'm going to put on the kids' plate and some I'm going to add to our salad. But here's everything chopped up and ready to go. While the kids' chicken is finishing up, I'm going to go ahead and wash and de-stem our dino kale. I find that the spine or the stem here in the dino kale tends to be a little bit bitter. Same thing with Swiss chard or anything like that. I will always remove that part and then roughly chop that up. In a separate pan, we're going to start cooking all of our vegetables. I've added the chicken for my husband and I into the pan, and we're going to get that cooking. It'll probably take about 10 minutes. I have it on a medium heat. The first thing I'm going to do is cook up the corn. I'm going to add a little bit of butter to this. Once it's done, we'll set that aside, and then we'll keep cooking all of the other things. The next to go in will be our broccolini and our asparagus. I'm going to cook these down together because I plan on putting that on the kids' plate, but again, we'll see. I also added some butter there. Here are all the items. I have chicken for the kids, chicken for my husband and I, some tomatoes, corn, feta, that beautiful sauteed bowl of vegetables. I also have some black beans, those peppers, and then some green onions. I'll be using avocado, some kale, and cilantro for our salads. I'll be going with this brand. It's Toby's Jalapeno Ranch. I picked it up at Whole Foods, and then the kids will get classic ranch. I'm going to assemble the salads for my husband and I with just putting a nice bed of that fresh kale at the bottom, and then around the bowl I'll be adding each of the ingredients. I'll be doing our traditional Cajun chicken, some of that fresh delicious corn. I'll be adding some gorgeous peppers in here. I'll be adding some tomatoes. I like the juice from the tomatoes are so good. We'll be adding some fresh vegetables, some black beans, a little bit of feta, and then we'll be adding our avocados to the center and then drizzle over some of that delicious dressing. I will have this recipe linked down below, and I will also be including a homemade jalapeno ranch recipe as well. I'll be garnishing this with some green onions and cilantro and just a kiss of cayenne pepper. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and this video. Please tell me in the comments down below. I would love you to be a part of my cookbook that I'm doing. So definitely tell me down below, what kind of formats do you like for your cookbooks and what kind of recipes are you most interested in seeing? Don't forget to check out Planta if you're like me and you're going to have a beautiful garden this summer. Definitely check the app out. It's in the descriptions down below. I cannot wait to share the next video. It will be our pantry declutter with me, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video real soon. Bye.
This is where my heart is, oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you.